Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, there you go, 48. 25, X3, 218, chop. Check 26, check 26. Switch. Lucky 48. Wait time.
Play action now. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Cousins. This is taken in by Chad Williams. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Chad Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he gets it to Bolden. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Hey, Sunday.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Yellow. On the line, right? 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
He can run for it, and he will. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Go, go, go. 32. General West.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Hey, 382, last 50. Mike, 45. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Good route here.
Cousins now to throw on first down. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins now. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To the air again, it's Cousins. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Big gap. Big gap. Big gap. Hero 15.
They'll run with Miller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch out.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 44 yards as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
61, matchbox lights. Switch.
They go play action. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45. Watch the run. SOS.
Quick, early on.
Check. Watch the safety creep. Wide. Get wide. Sponge. No.
Gun.
Fire the mic.
Clark.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
It's out of time.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready?
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Listen.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Attack!
Check. Watch Charlie.
Mahomes going to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes, and that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice the hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use bare.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 93 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Yellow.
Exit. Mike 55.
Working from the gun, Mahomes gonna let one fly for Robinson, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check your hot read.
Hey, 57, 57.
Check 24.
Here goes 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll run for it with Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Bears.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime here. Contest as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right there. 54, right there, right? 54.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's first and 10.
Kill.
Hey, 43, 15.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Don't get nervous.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
You got tight.
Hey, Ripley. 15.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. Mike 54.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Robinson's got it. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Mahomes now on first down. That's complete to Bolden. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Yellow.
54 Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
15. Hey, 43.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, you know, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now they're coming back out. Now they've established this run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Steeler.
Now a run with Cook. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 42 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Madison. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Cook. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We go.
Hey, 43.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's get some penetration. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. All day, just like
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Mahomes now on first down. And Bolden brings it in, complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
set the tone.
15.
Kill.
Now it's Mahomes again, being chased out left. He finds Bolden. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Check 9.
Attack.
Mike 55. I'm trying.
On first down, Mahomes. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's complete. Williams.
Good work.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Gun. We're going. We're going. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Zebra.
58, come on. They can't.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
On third down, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yellow. 180. 15.
It's our field. It's our field. Alpha. Watch twist.
Easy.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got a man, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes firing complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 6-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
2 yards. And it's third down.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good move at the 30. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Check. Crunch. And
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's coming, double up.
Yellow.
Smoke. 55. We don't want this.
Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Time to go, night. Shift.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Check 43.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Deuce. Right there. 54, right there. 15, 6.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mike's 54.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Yellow. Exit. Check right 54.
Mahomes now on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Yellow, yellow. 43, 43.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Check back. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
50 yards. Come on. I got it.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.